All right, the latest breaking news that we're getting on this story is that the AFP is reporting that hostages have been taken in northeast of Paris. Shots have been fired in a car chase in northeast Paris, according to police sources. This is the latest breaking news that we're getting to you from Ground Zero. My colleague Lavina Tandon is joining me live from Ground Zero in Paris. Lavina, the AFP is reporting that hostages have been taken in northeast of Paris. Shots have been fired in a car chase in the northeastern part of Paris. Lavina does confirm the theory that they perhaps did in fact hijack another car. All right, we're going to try and re-establish that phone line with Lavina, but dramatic developments taking place in that hot pursuit from Paris. The latest information that we're getting is that shots were fired in a car chase in the northeast part of Paris. French security sources are also telling the media at this point in time that the shooters could have stolen another car. They are likely to be on the move again, and the France press, the local France press, is in fact confirming at this point in time that hostages have taken northeast of Paris. They are on the move at this point in time. There were shots fired in a car chase in the northeast part of Paris, is what the police sources are telling us. Remember, these are the two gunmen who have in fact gunned down 12 people at the Charlie Hebdo office. It's almost going to be 48 hours since that terror attack took place in the heart of central France. And as my colleague Lavina Tandon, reporting from Paris, has been pointing out, that there are night vision helicopters with night vision cameras that have been deployed in this massive manhunt that is currently underway in France. 80,000 police personnel have also been deployed. Police sources are also telling the media that the two suspects in the Charlie Hebdo killing have been identified in the French town that is the scene of hostage taking. So what we're also getting to know at this point in time is the fact that there is a likelihood of there being another hostage situation, in fact, because the attackers have hijacked another car and are likely to be on the move. We'd like to tell our viewers that this is information that we're getting from police sources who are in touch with the local French media and my colleague Lavina Tandon, but sketchy details emerging on the dramatic developments that are taking place in that hot pursuit.
There are different profiles. The worst profile are these type of people who have military training, so they have been at war probably, and they know what is fighting, and they are very dangerous. And we've seen the second attack is probably the same kind. The people with the man was probably equipped the same way and escaped. So and he on purpose killed a police officer. So these are the worst profile. But around that, you've got a lot of people who are supporting them.
We should now be able to bring you some live images showing the latest developments in the wake of the Charlie Hebdo killings. They're from outside Paris. This is Reuters feeding these images as we speak. That was a recap of what we've been seeing coming in on the wires in the last couple of minutes. We understand that the two people that the police were looking for are, according to police and security sources, they've stolen a car and have been involved in a shootout with police and a potential hostage taking. This is the French Interior Minister now speaking.
The next few minutes, in the framework of a comprehensive framework managed by the Director General of the Gendarmerie, the Director General of the National Police, and under the authority of the Anti-Terrorist Prosecutor's Office, and under my supervision as regards the Ministry of the Interior. The investigation concerning the very serious events which occurred yesterday morning in Montrouge are also progressing. New evidence has been recovered by the prefecture of police in Paris. All the departments of the Ministry of the Interior under the authority of the Anti-Terrorist Prosecutor's Office are mobilized in order to arrest the terrorists who have caused all these acts as quickly as possible. So the mobilization is general. The effectiveness of the system set up yesterday has allowed us to respond very quickly. I appeal to all concerned to act in a very responsible way so that the ongoing operation can take place in the best possible conditions. Thank you.
That was the French Interior Minister Bernard Cazeneuve giving us
the main suspects in the shooting on Wednesday at the Charlie Hebdo offices in the centre of Paris. Obviously, those two photographs have flashed all over French media. They've been circulated overseas as well. So clearly, those are faces that are very recognisable by the French public. This woman said that her car, a Peugeot, had been hijacked by the two suspects. And we've been hearing about them, seeing indeed images of what appear to be police vehicles moving very swiftly. We've been hearing about a car chase in that area. Other reports, Martine, that we've been receiving from French media, again, none of this has actually been confirmed officially by police spokesmen or other official spokespeople, but we've been hearing reports as well about a hostage situation in the town of Dammartin-en-Goële. That's a small town in the Seine-et-Marne region. We're hearing that apparently, according to the reports, hostages were taken at a shop. Obviously, police had been preparing for the scenario that the brothers would break cover again. If in fact they don't benefit from an extensive network of people who are willing to shelter them, hide them, transport them, feed them, then at some stage they were going to have to break cover. The last time we heard about them being sighted was approximately 24 hours ago, when there were reports from the manager of a service station to the northeast of Paris in the N department. He said that he recognized the two suspects. There were reports that they had robbed the petrol station. Now, 24 hours later, reports that they've been sighted again. The police clearly having to operate across really quite a broad geographical area. They'd previously been focusing about 90 kilometres to the northeast of Paris. Now the focus seems to be very much closer to the centre of the city again, approximately 25 to 30 kilometres north of Paris in the general area of the Charles de Gaulle airport.
And while this drama is unfolding, Jackie, how are the people of Paris reacting today? Day 3. Today is Friday. President Hollande has appealed for tolerance and for unity.
Taking residents hostage there in the commercial district of that little town. It's roughly 30 kilometres down the national road towards the north. Again, as you said, one woman says that she had her car stolen by somebody who seemed to match the description of at least one of the suspects. And although it seemed like they had it figured out, at least overnight, with a very tight security perimeter drawn just behind me. Actually, it started just behind me. The whole area was in lockdown. It seemed like maybe the suspects took advantage of the night to escape this perimeter and make their way further up north. Again, just this instant, a very long convoy of police cars were rushing towards this small village. We're not getting much except from photos from residents who've been told by the mayor there to stay at home because indeed shots have been fired, and it seems that one or several men, probably matching the description of the two main suspects, have taken people hostage. You say plural hostages maybe, in the commercial district of Dammartin-en-Goële.
Tell us a little bit more about the geography of the situation, Alex, where you are, where all this occurs, and where it all is in relation to the French capital.
It's roughly 80 kilometres north of Paris, and it's Behind me is actually one of the largest forests in France. It's very dense and thick, and it's made it difficult for police forces to continue to comb the area. The whole area was in lockdown. We tried to go back to Longpont yesterday evening, and we were stopped at every crossroad by a police unit dispatched there to make sure that nobody was able to go in or out. So it seemed that they had this security perimeter drawn out, and it looked like they'd pinpointed where the two main suspects were. It seems maybe, in fact, they were just looking for clues, and it appears like these two men were, well, always a step ahead of the police, and just this morning we saw another convoy of roughly 40 cars with tactical police coming back this way, as if the search party was going to start over. They were going to pick up where they left yesterday, and it all changed within minutes. They all got back into their cars and heading back north towards Dammartin-en-Goële. Again, this is very rural area, small, windy country lanes, and it's making it difficult for them to identify, to locate the two suspects who were supposedly on foot during the night, and who may have stolen a car from a woman earlier this morning, until, well, maybe taking these people hostages and hauling into one of the districts of this small town.
What more can you tell us from what you've seen, Alex, about the police's tactics? You said that these two suspects appear to be a little bit of a step ahead of the game.
Absolutely, they seem to have it all nailed down, really, because yesterday they went knocking doors and asking people what they'd seen. We were asked if we'd seen anybody trying to run away or flee the scene on foot, and in just a few kilometers away from here, we actually spotted the sort of headquarters of the French police's tactical units. That's where they keep their special vehicles they use in case of an intervention. So it seemed like they'd really pinpointed where the two main suspects might be, and they were getting ready for maybe a situation like the one we're seeing now, but clearly not where it's now unfolding. And again, they seem very desperate to get their hands on these two suspects, but it's unclear exactly what information they have about them, and it seemed like they were as surprised as us to find out that they were 30 kilometers away from the area they've been searching.
Okay, Alex, thanks very much for joining us there for that update from northeast of Paris, the area where that manhunt was yesterday evening and last night going on. The latest developments now appear to be centred on this town, Dammartin-en-Goële, about 40 or 50 kilometres so northeast of the French capital, on the road between the capital and the manhunt that was going on last night. We have just been hearing from the French Interior Minister, Bernard Cazeneuve, confirming that an operation is ongoing in that particular town. There have been reports of the two alleged suspects, we think, stealing a car chase, gunshots, helicopters flying overhead in Dammartin-en-Goële, and talk too of a hostage or even hostages being taken there. Bernard Cazeneuve, the Interior Minister, saying, as I said, that operation is underway and that the police essentially are getting on with the job.
All right, those are images that we're getting to you on your screens, courtesy France 24. My colleague Lavina Tandon is joining me live from Ground Zero. Lavina, dramatic developments have taken place in this case. We're now given to understand that the attackers have in fact taken a person hostage. They've also hijacked a car, and the chase is still on.
Yes, absolutely. This we can see as I speak. We can see this chase is happening just 50 kilometers off Paris, and this has become dramatic by the minute. And 88,000 personnel now, as we think, are involved in just keeping track of.
All right, Lavina, stay on with us. There is in fact a press conference that is underway with the latest developments from Paris. Let's just listen in. All right, apologize. We will in fact be getting the latest from that press conference. Lavina, dramatic developments that you were telling us about. Go ahead.
Yes, dramatic development as we see the chase is it is happening. The hostage has one person has been taken hostage, and now it's I would think this would be a matter of a few hours when they should be caught, and it will be very, very intriguing to figure out what the details of this entire of the two people and how this entire thing has been planned, or if there are more plans of such events happening in future. Because not only Paris or France, but entire Europe is on alert.
All right, Lavina, take us through, what is the latest information that you have on this hostage situation? Do we know how many people have been taken hostage? We do understand that they have in fact hijacked one car and are on the move.
Yes, as of now, we are told that there's one person who was driving the car who has been taken hostage, because apparently they were, as we know, spotted somewhere, and they must have come out and hijacked the car, and that person in the car has been taken hostage. So this becomes a little critical now for the police as well, because they would not want this person harmed. So the chase has to be very careful and critical at this point in time.
All right, Lavina Tandon, live from Paris. She's tracking all the developments on this story. The latest that is coming in is, of course, that a car has been hijacked. An unconfirmed number of people have, in fact, been taken hostage. The police chase car is heading towards Paris. We're going to continue to track developments from Paris.